The Cube Series case from Ideal Case for the iPod Touch 2nd generation is only $12.99 and is really worth every penny. The Cube Series case is a silicone case and is very malleable, but not to the point where I'd worry about it tearing. The softest spots are down here by the 30-pin connector, but unless you really pull at it, I wouldn't really worry about it breaking. At the top, where the on-off button is, it's not really a cutout, but rather a thin piece of clear silicone. You can't really feel it if you're fingering around in your pocket, but I'm really used to where it's located by now that it's really not a problem for me. Same goes for the volume rockers. You can feel them if you search for it, but it's not pointed out really well. Down here at the bottom, both are really cut out though, so I can stick my finger through. The reason this is called the Cube Series case is because the cube is etched into the back of the silicone itself. You can see right here that it's really cool, kind of holographic if I bend it back and forth, but that's not really what it's meant to be. You can't see it as well from the outside, but once I put the iPod on, it looks really neat. The case is very easy to insert onto the iPod, and that really is a plus for Ideal Case. We just insert the bottom first, slide it in, and the top should pop over very easily. You may accidentally hit the on-off button while putting the case on. Now that the case is on, we can really see the beautiful etching on the back. It almost looks as if the etching is on the metal and not the case itself. What I like best is that we can actually see the iPod logo and the Apple logo very easily, and we can also see the 8 gig logo right here. You can barely see it, but I can see it pretty well if I look. Though we can see those, I really like that we can't see the copyright stuff that Apple has put on the bottom. That really takes away from the beauty of the iPod. So that's a plus for Ideal Case right there. The case itself feels great in my hand, and it's really form-fitted to the iPod. It's designed very well and is very smooth on the back, even though the inside is textured. We cannot feel that from the outside. The case comes in 2 colors, the black, which I have right here, as well as the white. Now, this case is a fingerprint magnet, especially since the back is smooth. But since it's the black version, you can't really see them that well unless you put it under the light, which you can't see in the video anyway. Now on the white one, it might be a bit different because it's a brighter color, but it's actually a clear white, which I've seen on the website, which you can also see by going to the link in the video description. At $12.99, this is really a steal. I'd probably pay $20 for this case, especially since it looks so good on my iPod. The case offers great scratch protection, especially since it covers all the chrome except for about a couple, maybe a centimeter or so on each side of the 30-pin connector. The bezel is completely covered, but we can actually see through the case since it is a bit clear and we can see the texture. We can see the bezel, which is really neat. We can see the chrome through the case, kind of like a black chrome once you put the case on. I tried putting this silicone case on top of a skin. It didn't work out too well. I kept the back of the skin on because that went with the direction that you insert the case on top, but the front kind of buckled up and I had to remove that. So I wouldn't rely on this case being used with skins and screen protectors, because you do kind of have to put it on there and pop it over. If you're looking for a case with great style, and you're not one for dropping your iPod, because this case does not offer the best drop protection because it is a thin silicone, even though it may not be as stretchable as most silicone cases, but this case is not as thin, not as thick as most silicone cases. So I wouldn't rely on this case being as good as protection if you're dropping it from a high distance. But I'm not one for dropping my iPod, so this case is perfect for me. At $12.99, you can't go wrong. Definitely recommended. And yeah, there's not much too bad about this case. I really can't think of anything other than, well, that's really it. I mean, I can't think of anything. So, that's it for this review. You just watch the review of the Cube series case from Ideal Case. Go check them out. Thanks for watching, guys. 123 ALG Productions here. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Peace.